Hi there, it's Lexi Tay, and welcome back to our Rankings Explainer series. What are ratio-based rankings? Before we get too deep into it, let's start simple. What are rankings, period? Well, all sports rankings list teams in order of strength. For example, you might play in a tournament, and the bracket will tell you who is first, second, third, and fourth. But it doesn't really say how much stronger the first place team was than the third place team. One way to get that is with a popular ranking system called ELO, with variations used in chess and other sports. That does indicate relative strength of opponents, but it is also not ratio based. Notably, with ELO, winning or losing a game is the most important thing. With our algorithm, only score ratio matters, not actually winning or losing. Of course, score ratio also tells you if you won or lost, but what we are really interested in is by how much. And here we have a small joke about the Electric Light Orchestra. Okay then, ELO and tournament brackets are not ratio based, but the WFTDA rankings are. Let's examine what that really means. When we rank teams, we assign them a number of ranking points. The ratio of the ranking points between two teams, so one divided by the other, predicts the score ratio of a game played by those two teams. If one team has 10 times as many ranking points, we expect the score ratio of a game to be 10 to 1. Likewise, with twice as many ranking points, we expect a score ratio of 2 to 1. And when I say score ratio, I mean the number of points scored in an actual game by one team divided by the points scored by the other. So a game of like 250 to 125 is a score ratio of 2 to 1. Let's go through an example. With a ranking points ratio of 3 to 1, if these teams play a real game, the giraffes should score 3 times as many points as the hippos. If the hippos put up 25, the giraffes should get 75, so 3 to 1. All right, Susie Lou the hippo, good joke. If they do play a game and do not obtain that ratio, like let's say they got 5 to 1 instead, there is an error between our prediction and the outcome. We use that error to correct our predictions for next time. So we will adjust future rankings to better reflect the actual outcome of real games. In the algorithmic sense, we call that minimizing the error, and we'll get more into exactly how we do that later on in the series. The takeaway here is that our rankings list the teams in order of strength, and we assign ranking points to all those teams. The ratio of the ranking points can be used to predict the score ratio of future games between any two teams. And one last note, rankings are generated per region individually. You cannot compare ranking points between two regions. If you want to do that, stay tuned for more information about the GUR.